Hello everyone, it's an episode of Secret Girly Crates where I'm going to share with you my quilted jacket and lots of other exciting things, including a trip to Brighton. So if that's what you'd like to watch, stick around. Well everybody, it's been a bit of a mixed week. I finished my second pattern test one day late. Hopefully I'll be forgiven for that. We had the Southern Social last Sunday. We've had a virtual social in the week. I finished a book. I've been sewing up some things. I've mostly finished my jacket. And if you hang around till the end of the vlog, I'm going to take you with me to Brighton. Now, if you're one of my international viewers, you may or may not know, Brighton is sort of really well known in the UK and I think beyond as quite an alternative town to a lot of towns. It's got great culture, great vibe. It has lots of interesting shops, loads of vintage shops. It has the amazing lanes that are just a real feel to them. You've got the beach. You've also got the Brighton Palace, which was built by a Prince of Wales, not the current or previous one that's now our king, but a long time ago. Oh, sorry for that noise. And it's just a fabulous place, so I will take you with me at the end of this vlog and I'll share with you anything we find. We're actually going out for dinner at the Ivy Asia, which I've never been to one, so that's sort of exciting as well. So again, if you don't know, the Ivy was a really well-known restaurant in London. That's sort of where celebs went. And they've sort of branched out over the years, and then a few years ago they created the Ivy Asia, and from what I understand, the floor, the decor is amazing. I've been to the Ivy in Brighton and elsewhere, and the bathroom is to die for, so I can't wait to see the Ivy Asia. Right, let's start with what I've been sewing. So I've got a little stack here. Here it is, so let's have a look. So I did share with you before, and I've actually taken it in a bit. So this one is the Little Johnny fabric, the 1 hour top. The good news is I've taken photos and videos, so they'll all appear down here while I'm talking. Let me just shuffle over a bit. And so I took this one in. I have still got the neck to do, but I wanted to have a good try on with it first, and I've styled them up a bit. I hope that's helpful for you. By the way, I love Christine's catwalk ones that she does. I'm going to try and do you one soon. So that's mostly done now, apart from the neckline. The green one of the Closet Core free t-shirt pattern is done, and I've styled that up and also shown how you can wear underneath things as well. Just got the sleeves to finish there. And the same with this black one. I think there's photos of all of these. So this is another one of the free Closet Core pattern. So that's done as well. Or it's all jumbled up from where I did all the try-ons on the photos. So again, just the sleeves to do. I'm going to get my twin needle out on those. And then I did finish this 1 hour top where I, as usual, start to hack things. So I put a neckband on, so I'm just turning it in the right way for you, and as you can spot there, sleeve cuffs. I'm really pleased I did that. I really feel that it's just taken it to a new sort of place. It breaks up the black, full on 80s vibes. There you've got the neckband and the sleeve cuffs, so that's in a picture for you as well. I'm probably going a bit too fast with my videos there. I have almost completed the pink Chalker Notch Max tee. Now this is my black one, was my hero piece of the year. Well, the pink one is now almost done, but I have to stitch this bit inside. So this is like the sleeve cuff, and I couldn't photograph it because it kept poking out, so that's got to get stitched in there. But apart from that, it's done. So I'm really looking forward to being able to wear this one. I had a bit of a label fail though. I realised I haven't really been putting labels in things. So I tried to put a label in so it hang down the back, and it's poking up. So it was a little one of the Specky Seamstress ones in the new and fabulous label society, like subscription you can do. But unfortunately, it's really nice, but I've sewn it wrong. So I was just looking to be able to show you the others. Oh, I'm just in a bit of a pickle this week, everyone. Yeah, when I find them, I'll show you them. They'll probably appear at some point during this video. So yeah, so that's now like final step away. All the bits left to do are the sewing machine bits. I did all the overlocker bits because then I have to change what's on my desk. And then I sewed up, again, overlocker central, the pink Walk Boldly pants, which are in the pink Ponte from Legend Textile. I can tell you this pink is amazing quality. It's really soft on the outside and slightly different texture on the inside, so you can tell which is which. And I've styled those up for you as well. You'll have probably spotted them in the photos of some of the other tops too. Really excited to wear those. So that's kind of like, it was overlocker central for a couple of hours because it was all cut out and it was just a brr, 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 getting through it. And now I need to sit with my machine and do all the nice finishing bits. Let's grab this guy. So last episode I was close, but I'd run out of binding. Well, the binding is here. I've done here all along the edge. I've just got the hand stitching to do, so I'll do that on the car journey to Brighton to get that covered up, and I'm really excited to wear this. I think I've done some photos so you can see it in its full glory as well. Thank you for the feedback on me sort of doing a quilted jacket episode, which I will do. So I've obviously got 2 that I've done, so I'm planning to do a closet core parchment jacket, which is a quilted one. And then the other day I saw somebody had done a quilted version of the Ilford jacket. Now I've got the Ilford jacket pattern and I've never sewn it up, so I will do one of those as well, or one of the Paola workwear jackets. It's a free pattern by the fabric store, so might do that one actually, or both. But it will come, but I want to do it properly for you and do a full intensive look at different quilt jacket patterns, etc. So thank you if you said yes please. I'm working on it as we speak. Not sure how many quilted jacket one person need, but we'll find out. Just don't tell the other person I live with, who will be like, how on earth do we fit all of this in the house? So let's do a little shop. It wasn't planned, but sometimes you've just got to let these things happen. By Griselia, I want to say it's Griselia, I often say words wrong. Grisella, by Grisella is a fabric company I've followed for a long time, and here's the lovely card that came inside, and it says, By Grisella was founded in 2008 by myself, Nina, to relaunch my mum, Grisella's, hugely popular iconic designs in Germany. Since the 70s, Grisella has been working as a successful designer, designing fabrics as well as bed linen, children's clothes, dinnerware, and her designs are cult classics in Germany. With a passion for sewing and having children of my own, so it's time to pass all these lovely patterns to the next generation. Well, I've made some of my most iconic makes in her fabrics. I'll put my twist front dresses in here. They were fabric I bought with Christmas money 2 Christmases ago from my mum. Let's be clear, these are what I would think of as investment price fabrics, but they are fabrics that you can't find or get anywhere else. And they were having like a designer clearance or sale or something. Well, anyway, there was designs on there that have not been on there, and there were things that well, I just couldn't ignore. They had some cuffing, which I've bought from them before. So if you've seen my star jogger set that has this cuffing on it, that's who I got it from. It's their cuffing. And so I was like, I'm going to get some more. It was reduced, and how could I not get this one? This is not theirs, but how could I not? That cuffing is just phenomenal. And then this one as well, like the colour combo on there. Christine shocked me when we went to Abercorn with having a whole box of cuffing. I think cuffing's always a great thing to have, because like you make a black sweatshirt and you put that on and suddenly it just lifts it to another level. That's not why you're here though for the cuffing, is it? So first of all, I went for this one, which was in their I don't know what, I can't remember what it's called, like designer sell-off. Look at that. Now, as I say, these are like 2 or 3 times the price that I normally pay for fabric, but sometimes I just feel that it's, well, I don't need to justify it, do I? I love the borders they have on their fabric as well. I've used them as like piping before. So I got myself a metre of this, and then this one was actually reduced, and they styled it with the stripe version, which unfortunately they didn't have left, but I loved the two together. But then of course they had the apple ones. This was a remnant, and I love the fact that just written on some of the apples it says good days ahead, but I thought that these two worked quite well together. So you imagine a raglan tee with the mixture or with a plain, and then they had this, what I would think of as like a plain, it's a polka dot one, and the quality of these, so this one I thought was a great one for like neckbands and things like that, and a plain blue, just t-shirt weight, and I thought that's a lovely blue for the summer. That blue and pink goes nicely together. So that was a delightful box that arrived. So I don't know if it's still on, but it was just one of those things where I just I ummed and ahed. There was an amazing strawberry print as well, but I thought really carefully about which one would work into sort of the things I'm wanting to wear, and I felt this would go really nice with green trousers, with blue, with teal, with like denim. Don't often wear denim, with white, so I just felt it was a good summer colour, and also a colour I don't have a huge amount of. So I haven't bought, I'm pleased to say, any other fabric. Now that's just because I'm trying to use what I've got, as you can see, before I buy anything else, because I don't need anything else at the moment. And I have just finished this book called Big Dress Energy, and if you want to hear me talk about it a bit more, do listen to the podcast, because I really go on about it in the podcast. Hadn't quite finished it when I did the podcast, but I have now. I would highly recommend this book. Somebody messaged me and said hearing me talking about it was the push to get it. It includes things like shopping. Now obviously she writes it about shopping for clothes, but it totally applies to shopping for fabric as well. And there is a chapter on beauty psychology, so talking about how we feel can radiate out from our face, and really sort of going into quite interesting psychology. There's something called dermapsychology, I think it is. Stress on your skin, well, I can advocate for that. How we feel our looks change. Yes, and there's one title here, Think Yourself Beautiful. I am not sure about the title, but actually the research, every single chapter is fully backed up with really comprehensive actual research, rather than pseudo psychology, full on research. And I was trying to find the word for you, can't find it now. I'm sure it's called dermapsychology. Oh, and a really lovely little self-care routine about using the palm of your hand on your face, because it helps with like the way you feel. So I liked that. But what I did have during the final chapter of this book was a bit of an epiphany with what's been going on with me with my wardrobe at the moment. So I'm not going to go into it here, but watch out, because super soon I'm going to do one of my Wednesday episodes where I am going to talk to you about like a ping moment that I've realised, because I have talked before about when I've made something and then not worn it and why. And the lovely Antonia, who often comments on my blog, she said a really poignant thing to me, that just because you like the fabric doesn't mean it feels like you when you put it on. And it's a bit like we can appreciate something, but will it be me when I wear it? And I'd sewn some things with fabric I liked, but they weren't me. And I've worked out the difference now, so I'm much choosier about choosing fabrics that feel like me as opposed to fabrics I just think are nice. So today I was buying some things from Becky's sewing studio for raffle prizes, and of course looking for myself as well, and there's loads of lovely leopard prints and I like them, but they don't feel like me. So now that's the question I ask myself when I'm buying fabric is, do I just like it because it's nice and I appreciate the colours, the patterns, etc., or does it feel like me? So that's been really helpful. But then I've had this other problem where I'm not wearing things that I have worn before. And I picked out an outfit the other day to wear, and when I got up in the morning, I didn't want to wear it. And it's not about the way the clothes feel on my body. So I was trying to work it out. Well, pa-ding! There's something in here that massively changed that thought. And help me realise what was going on. So I'm going to do a whole separate vlog about that. I'm going to tie it in with my Me Made May, because it's how I'm going to work. So hopefully this Wednesday coming, it will be in there. So watch out. I'm thinking about calling the episode "Why a Fabric Ban Isn't My Answer," or something like that. So now I finished this, she does recommend some other books in there, but I actually found this book secondhand, and it's called How Not to Wear Black. Now I liked it because when I read the blurb, it said it's not about having your colours done specifically, and I don't, it's quite a big business at the moment, and I'm not, if you haven't seen my colour episode, I talk about it more in there, but I'm not really looking for that. But I wanted to keep thinking about how I can help those of you who've been reaching out and saying, I want to branch into colour, I'm a bit frightened or a bit unsure. And hello to all the lovely people that came to the virtual social on Thursday. It was a great chat. We just chatted, and we had a big chat with one of the lovely ladies about colour, and she'd found this gorgeous green that she wanted to wear, and somebody, when she went to some, I think it was like a social sewing classy group thing, had said quite an unkind thing about green to her. I won't share any more because it was her story to tell, but I was like, whoa. So I was thinking about it more anyway, and I was thinking about it again there. So thank you for telling me about that, because I'm going to keep going on this. And one of the other lovely ladies in the group told me about how in her house now I'm blamed for more colour. I'm quite happy to accept that blame and that legacy. If that's my life mission, is to be blamed for more colour, then I'm happy with that. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep reading books for you, and then I'll tell you which ones are worth reading. I'm a couple of chapters in. I'm not sure about this one yet, so I wouldn't rush out and get it yet till I've finished. I'll let you know. This one though, I would say run, don't walk to get this book. If you want me to take you through it, I'm going to dip in and out. I'm meeting with Jess this week coming to plan season 2 of the podcast, and I think I'm going to be brave, and I think I'm going to reach out to the author of this book to see if she would come on the pod. We can only ask, can't we? If you can think of anyone great you'd like on the podcast, do let me know in the comments, because we are planning on Monday season 2/3. So I'm on a mission. My family are delighted I finally finished reading a book rather than just starting a book. So let's see what I think of that one. Right, things in, oh, I didn't show you, where's it gone? Here it is. I have made version 1 of the new Tammy Handmade pattern, which is the toile I'm doing. Oh, I've got it inside out there. It's got a lovely bra shelf in it, which works really well. Now I've got a bit of fit issues with this. I think it's fit issues for my proportions rather than the pattern. I really like the pattern, and while wearing a fitted dress, which I without a bra, because if you don't know, do watch my breast reduction journey vlog. But I have had a breast reduction, so it's something I would have never worn before, but actually doing this pattern has made me put on and try something that perhaps I wouldn't have done. So thank you to Tammy for such a gorgeous design. I'm about to do my final version, and then I'll share you all the deets, and I'm sorry to Tammy that I'm a few days late in getting her the pictures of that, but sometimes life is just a bit messy and tricky, and I'm doing my best, but that's all I can do. Right, is there anything else I want to tell you? Oh yes, I've got a choice of 2 outfits for the trip to Brighton. Let me show you them. Okay, here we go. So this one, which is one of my twist front dresses here, and I also did the Agnes sleeve. So this one is waiting for an opportunity to be worn, so there's that option. Or the bell dress, which I've only worn once so far, when I wore it out to afternoon tea with Christine. So this one that I made out of the Natural History Museum duvet, and I used the piping here. If you haven't seen, Christine and I did a whole episode all about the sewing of this, so you could go and watch that if you want to know more. Fake buttons to here and then real buttons up the top. So I haven't decided which of those I'm going to wear yet, but one of those will be getting worn to go to Ivy Asia and wander around Brighton. I will put in at the end, when we went my Brighton bit, you can see which outfit I wear as well. So what am I going to get up to this week coming? So I'm going to finish the pile that's next to me here, all the cuffs and the neck bands, because otherwise I can't wear them, so that's really important to get finished. I'm going to do, so I was looking around what was there, I'm going to do the second version of the Tammy Handmade Gaia, so that I can give her the photos. And then I'm working on a secret collab with the lovely Chrissy Conley, and so that's something I'm going to be working on. I won't tell you what it is now, just get excited. We're doing a collab, and I'm going to say jumpsuit, so we're going to work on that together. And I want to sew together a self-drafted dress from a dress that my friend who sells vintage things, she lent me. I don't know if you remember, it's a gorgeous dress, but it was wool and it made me itch, so I traced it and I've made a toile, and then I've got another one, so I want to stitch that up so I can share that with you. So that's my plans. So I better go now because I need to get on with everything, and watch out because here comes me in Brighton. Well everyone, hang on in there because you are about to see 2 fabric shops that I visited in Brighton, and I'll put the names of those shops up as I do you like a mini tour, and then I'll show you my outfit and what I bought. Well, I hope you enjoyed that mini tour of where we went for dinner, which was the Ivy Asia in Brighton, my outfit which worked perfectly with the decor, And also the two shops I visited, I went to three shops actually. The first one isn't really what you might class as like a fabric or sewing shop, but they have gorgeous ribbon in there. But the other two were pure fabric shops. And then I thought I'd show you now what I bought. So the first shop I went in, I want to say it's called Dylan's, and I'm sorry if I got that wrong. I will put it on the screen when I show you the tour. So I got two things. I'd like to say they had gorgeous selection in there, and they had lots of lovely different designs of double gauze. They had wide variety of jersey, and in a tiny shop they'd packed a really good selection in. And the first thing I do when I visit an in-person fabric shop is I have a little look at some of the price tags. It was a good sort of price range as well. So the first thing I picked up was a remnant. They have like a remnant table in the middle, and this was some jersey, so 95% cotton, 5% spandex, and it's 120 by 145, and it had 25% off, so I paid £11.66 for this. And here it is, look at this beaut. So we've got on the side who it's by. It's a Miles and Moose collection for Polytex. Oh, it looks like it's Stafer. Let's have a look a bit further. Yeah, it's a Stoffen one. Oh, and it's an Okotex as well. Look at that. So that's exactly the amount I need really to make like a Freya or something like that. Doesn't go white when you stretch it. So really looking forward to that lovely top, and then it's easy to prepare with like plain bottoms, skirts, put it under something, so happy days. And then the second one I got in the shop was actually £6.95 a metre, not quite as wide as some. They were very specific to tell me I need to do this on a cool wash. So we were talking in the virtual social the other day about washing fabric and if colour comes out, and they very clearly said make sure I do a cool wash. This was £6.95 a metre, which for the softness of this, I think it feels like a lawn, and they described it as a batik, and I'll show you the width. So it's not really slim, but it's not as wide as some, and look at that. I mean, it's like, to me it looks like the surface of Jupiter. I just thought that will make a fabulous summer dress, and I was thinking when the sun comes out I might just do another Seasons of East. I just thought you don't want to really distract, although if you started pleating it looks great. So I got 3 meters. Because it's not so wide, you might need a bit more than in a wider fabric, but yeah, how could I? They had a blue purple colourway, but I felt this was more sort of the time of year I wanted it for. So then a little bit further down the same street was Cloth Control, and they have an online shop. She gave me a card. Here she is, and I met the owner. There's the lovely lady. We had a good chat, and if you leave a Google review you get 10% off. This shop, again, my other half got a slight panic when it went in and realised how far back it went, was really clean and clear, but full of great choice. It had a really cool, calming effect, but lots of amazing choice in there. Lots of fabrics I've seen elsewhere, but if you think about that lovely rainbow tartan and the black based one, she had all the colourways there. Lots of brushed cotton, lots of jersey, lots of like swimsuit material, double gauze, a whole selection of like corduroys. Really beautifully organised shop. It looks exactly like that in the shop, really calm and clear and easy to choose. And she also said if I saw something in the shop that then when I looked online wasn't there, just to message her. And she was very kind. She was going to tell me where all the other fabric shops were, and I said please don't. Too risky, but that was really kind offer of her, and so nice that the two were together and had really different stock as well. So the first thing I got was, look, I know, let's be clear, it is jersey, but jersey for life. This one, and I just had what was left on the bolt, so I think it was about 1.5 meters, and yeah, really nice, just like summery t-shirt. I thought would be perfect in that. And then the last one, originally when I picked this up, I thought, I'll just get enough for a top because it'll go nice with pink trousers. But when I was chatting to them at the till, one of them said wrap dress, and then all I could think about was making a Westcliff. So I got 3 meters. I want to tell you how much they are, but I can't remember. But what I do remember is this wasn't ridiculously expensive. I want to say it was like £8.95 a metre. It's a really soft jersey, so wrap dress all the way, and this is just really lovely spring colours. So I think I'll be whipping that up soon. So there we go. I did pop in a blackout shop, which there's some video of as well, and I picked up this ribbon, really good amount of it, and they have a really great selection. It's in the video, so look at that. And I picked up another ribbon, but it's not there, so I don't know what we've done with it, but it was a purple thin one. So if you ever want like this to put like down the edge of a coat, like a quilted coat or something, they have things online. I don't know if they have these online, but they had some metallic rickrack, and you, as I say, you get a good amount. You don't choose the length, it's just pre-wound, but glorious. So there you go. Highly recommend, if you haven't been to Brighton, do go, because the fabric shops are great, but also the atmosphere is really great. Just wandering down the north lanes. The lanes is a bit really popular. That's not my favourite. I prefer the north lanes where you get all the other shops like the fabric shops, the vintage shops. Went in beyond retro. I saw a jacket I liked. I didn't get it though because I realised I probably got fabric I could make one. And then you've got like lovely home shops. You've got a Lucy and Yak shop. And then you've got my favourite shoe shop. You've got an Irregular Choice shop there as well, which took my in-yours laws in. Little surprise to them. They're not used to that kind of thing. But yeah, great day. So at the end, I'll just put a little tiny video of Brighton Pavilion. I think earlier in my vlog I called it Brighton Palace. It's not, it's Brighton Pavilion. So I'll put a tiny bit in there. But I hope you enjoyed this sort of really mixed Sunday sews. I'll catch you soon.